My land is important for me. It is first of all the realization of my own potential. My land for each of us is an opportunity to realize ourselves, if one wants to do it. If everyone takes care of their land, grows something, produces something and joins with other participants of the process, then the entire country will benefit. We have a great potential for growing different crops, berries, cereals, vegetables. My land is the prospect of people's development, economic first of all, and thus the economy of the country will rise. Berry grounds. 10 years ago, a couple lawyers from the capital bought this field for building. Here, near the birch line, they wanted to build cottages. But the call of nature was stronger. We decided to use it for intended purpose, as the land is the wealth of Ukraine and is the main driving factor in the development of the Ukrainian economy. We decided to grow organic berries and succeeded. It took 3 years for the land to be certified. The owners say they even had to fend off a plane hired by a neighbor farmer who sprayed chemicals on all nearby fields. Fortunately, the law on organic farming was on their side. In 2015, the farm area was certified. The first planting was ours, 10 acres of raspberries and 1 hectare of strawberries. At present, the total area of planted crops is 24 hectares. We plan to make it 50 this year. In order to get the berries by organic technology, it is necessary to work hard. The land is taken as virgin that hasn't been processed for 20 years. In some places there is even forest growing. Therefore, in order to plant the berries, all the weed must be taken out basically by hand. After planting, only manual labor is used. Organic herbicides are yet to be invented. We use nutrient compounds based on biocompost, processed by the Californian worm, and no chemicals. Raspberry and strawberry varieties have been chosen as a focus. They can reproduce repeatedly during one growing season. Ukrainian biologists are particularly proud of raspberry variety Brusviana, which they created. It yields large berries and reaches 15 grams in weight. It begins with a small green berry, turning into beautiful sweet and sour raspberry. Shrubs with very strong branching grow up to 2 meters in height. Moreover, they also have few spines. The shoots, due to their thickness, are straight, which is very convenient for harvesting. An important commercial quality of berries is hardness. It makes transportation, freezing, and preservation much more convenient. Thanks to this, the Ukrainian Brusviana conquered the European countries. The total export of fresh berries from Ukraine to the EU in money equivalent is 441 million euros per year. Last season, only in July, 3,500 tons of Ukrainian raspberries were sold in Europe. Strawberries, cherries, and blueberries are also trending. Ukrainian organic products are produced in accordance with international requirements and standards. The project of the law on basic principles and requirements for organic production is ready. All standards and requirements for organic production, transportation, and storage we have compiled in a single code. And after this law is passed in the parliament, there will be a single document, a clear and understandable one. Any farmer will be able to open and see it and find their field. Be it plants or milk or sweets production, you have to find the requirements for yourself and organize your production accordingly. This is normal, it is convenient and opens the way to export. The berry farmers have experienced the implementation of European quality standards themselves. It is unprofitable to engage in agriculture alone, even abroad.
Для того, чтобы выходить на рынок экспортный, нужно иметь...
In order to be in the export market, you need to have a large amount of berries. We began to involve people in the cooperative society in order to grow together and jointly sell the berries.
Совместно и совместно эту ягоду реализовывать на экспорт. На базе нашего...
On the basis of our farm, we began to create a cooperative to teach people how to grow, to provide them with young plants by installments.
После чего выдавать полностью всю технологию выращивания.
After that, we tell them all about the technology of cultivation. We teach how to fertilize, how to harvest berries, how to arrange drip irrigation.
Располагать капельный полив, то есть полностью всю технологию выращивания.
The cooperative was registered in 2014. There are 16 members, among them 35 active ones, those who have planted their berries and are already growing them. Others are in the process of certification, planting, getting the documents. Now the total area occupied by the berry cooperative is 400 hectares. 125 of these are planted. The areas are different. The soil is different. Depending on the conditions, technology must be chosen accordingly, says the agronomist of Farmers Association.
Я безпосередньо виїжджаю до кожного члена кооперативу.
I visit every member of the cooperative in person. I consult on the issues that interest the farmer right in his field.
Зараз найболючіші питання – це молоді, нові члени кооперативу, які...
Now the most questions come from the new members of the cooperative who have just joined us this year. They cannot prepare the soil, set up drip irrigation in time. So we're trying to tell them to plant raspberries in such a way that it survives and grows. The raspberry variety Brusviana has fared well in 15 regions of Ukraine. It adapts well to different soils, gives a good harvest, the berries are large, the taste is very good, the berries are fragrant and perfect for freezing.
І ароматичні, тобто і добре підходить під заморозку.
Last year, the gross harvest of raspberries was 130 tons. This year, the farmers hope to double the result. For example, each young seedling is about to give 100 grams of harvest already on the first stage of its vegetation, the members of the cooperative say. For them, reputation is above all, especially in international agreements. We control the entire process. When the berries are transported, we come to the customer. Together with them, we open a box and conduct an inspection. If there are any issues, we should see it with our own eyes. When we saw everything and the buyer signed the corresponding document, only in that case the transaction is considered completed.
Благодаря этому мы зарегистрировали франшизу по выращиванию органической малины.
Thanks to this, we registered a franchise for growing organic raspberries.
С каждым годом наше хозяйство увеличивает объем.
This is the only franchise in Europe at the moment. Year by year, our production grows.
Мы отправили на экспорт 130 тонн ягоды органической.
The berry cooperative doesn't only include farmers. There are also fertilizer producers, a transport enterprise, and a refrigeration plant. Norms and standards are also strictly maintained here. The products are carefully selected, sorted by quality grades, and packaged according to the requirements of the contractors. The capacity of the enterprise is up to 30 tons of berry products per day. On the territory, there are 3 freezers, 4 storage rooms, a pre-packing room, 2 cooling chambers, 2 receiving ramps. Acceptance of berry products begins in late May and until the end of October. And the busiest months are the end of June and until September. It is the period for blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. Whatever the temperature outside, be it plus 40 or minus 40, for us, there is no difference. The temperature in our storage chambers always will be a minus 18, in freezing chambers minus 35, and in cooling ones up to minus 8. 130 tons of raspberries are placed in the refrigerators of Ivan Stashko. His plant can accommodate even more, but products rarely stay for long here. They're shipped to the customer. When the enterprise at maximum capacity, 100 people are involved here.
Сезон нас дуже багато малини, дуже багато.
During the season, we have a lot of raspberries. You can call this production a raspberry heaven. I really love the work for being here not only during the season, but also in winter and in fall and in the spring. We're so busy here that we do not have time to freeze. We have positive emotions, and positive emotions warm even the soul.
Зігрівають навіть і душу.
People exposed to multiple stresses are advised to eat more raspberries. Elements contained in them normalize the operation of the nervous system. This berry tones up, strengthens the immunity, and improves appetite. It also keeps you young. A rich set of vitamins in raspberries improves the elasticity and color of the skin.
Малина как бы издревле славилась своими.
Since ancient times, raspberry has been famous for its antipyretic properties, both berries and leaves.
Поэтому испокон веков это было известно.
The product contains a lot of vitamin C. Well, this is a great method to prevent colds.
Плюс продукт содержит очень много витамина С.
We shouldn't forget that raspberries also contain ascorbic acid, which has antiviral and antimicrobial effect.
В малине находятся антоциды, которые обладают противовирусным, противомикробным действием.
It suppresses the activity of Staphylococcus aureus,
что очень благотворно влияет при профилактике,
which helps during prevention and treatment of respiratory diseases, such as tonsillitis, bronchitis, laryngitis, etc.
бронхиты и так далее.
Sweet and sour raspberries are traditionally the most suitable product for jam, but in this cooked sweet syrup, it loses half its useful properties.
Это способ мгновенной так называемой шоковой заморозки. Он
The method of so-called shock freezing is the most preferable, because the product, the berries, are exposed to instant very low temperatures, and this procedure allows to save 80% of all useful substances and vitamins.
Эта процедура позволяет на процентов 80 сохранить все полезные вещества и витамины. Поэтому
if the freezing is done strictly to the rules, the berries aren't overfrozen, then such preservation method is the most preferable.
консервация это самый предпочтительный.
And again, we avoid the undesirable excess of sugar.
Этого избытка сахара, которое все-таки нежелательно.
Raspberry is perfect for preparation of a variety of desserts, such as mousses, sorbet, soufflé, smoothies, and curd creams. It goes well with ice cream and other fruits. Raspberry honey is very tasty. One can also make raspberry juice, liquor, and wine. The cooperative is planning to launch a confectionery production at some point.
Мы только начинаем. Кооператив молодой, если можно сказать, в Европе кооперативом уже исполняется некоторые...
We're a young cooperative. In Europe, some companies are already 200 years old.
В Европе очень длинная. Мы только начинаем свой путь, поэтому...
We're just beginning our work process, and we're not bound by anything.
Получается, и рассматриваем развитие дальнейшее.
На данный момент основная страна...
At the moment, the main country to which we export is Poland. We plan to export to France, Italy, Belgium, and Denmark.
Экспортировать Франция, Германия, Бельгия, Италия.
Farmers decided to increase the planting of strawberries and blueberries. The taste of these berries has been known to them since childhood, but blackberry was discovered just recently and they saw a new potential in it. They planted 5 hectares of blackberries. These berries yield best in Transcarpathia region and in the light soil of Zhytomyr and Volyn regions. The cooperative of the berry farmers expands their possibilities.
Почему именно ягоды? Потому что это...
Why berries? And not just some, but organic berries? Because it is good for us and our children.
Ими можно кормить собственных детей.
With this product, you can produce other products that will be useful.
Которые будут приносить пользу.
This business is pleasant, beneficial, and highly profitable.
Достаточно высокорентабельный. И он дает...
We produce the goods that people like, and this is very important.
Удовлетворение от собственной деятельности. Он производит тот товар, который приносит пользу другим людям. И это очень важно.